Instagram yesterday if any of you had anything you wanted to see me post on YouTube, and a lot of you asked for kind of day in the life video. So I thought I would just vlog this one day from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to sleep, so you can kind of see what a typical day would look like. Now today isn't really a typical day because first of all he's woken up super early. He has been waking up recently at like between 7:30 and 7:45. This is Rupert, by the way, not Thomas. And this morning it was 6:20. I went to bed last night thinking, I've got so much to do tomorrow. It was quite handy when he used to wake up really, really early because it meant I had loads of time in the day in the morning to get stuff done. Why did I think that? Because he's woken up at 6:20. And at the moment he seems to be going through a bit of a stage, and some of you might know because I've posted about it on Instagram. What are you doing? This dressing gown was from my first year's. It was a birthday present and it's got his name on it. But yes, I have mentioned it on Instagram that he has been waking in like the middle of the night for milk and then wanting to come in our bed to sleep. And I just don't really know how to break the habit. He's still got the dummy and I don't know whether that is causing him to wake up. I don't know what it is. It could be teeth. I do think he's teething quite badly at the moment because he's got a few of the telltale signs, but it's just been going on for ages. It usually starts, depending on how early it is, by cuddling up and watching an episode of Pepper or something on my phone just so that I can come to. It doesn't last for long because he wants to get up and potter around. Then I end up having to retrieve any item off him that he's gotten from our bedroom or bathroom. And this morning it was the shower cap that goes over the plug that he pulled out, and then also my hat. And then we come down, let the dogs out, and then it's breakfast time. So that is what I'm going to do now. I think I'm just going to do some kind of like toasted tea cake with some strawberries or something this morning, because I'm still half asleep, quite frankly. With the way that he's been at the moment, his appetite is all over the place. So it kind of gets to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to make you a gourmet breakfast for you to throw it on the floor. So toasted tea cakes it is. So this morning he's got strawberries. This is a cinnamon and raisin bagel. We're just going to share that. And then some dry Cheerios. This should keep him happy. These plates are by Bamboo and we really, really like them. They've got a bit on the bottom that is like a suction thing, so it sticks to whatever surface I put it on and he can't pull it off, which is very handy. We also have a Fox one, that's the one that he had first. And then the cup that I just gave him was a Munchkin 360 one. So when I got home from Paris the other week, Tommy made this board for Rupert, which is technically a busy board, but obviously it's Tommy's version of. He went to our local kind of DIY place and picked him a load of bolts and latches and switches and all sorts, and has basically screwed it to this massive piece of wood. He picked these little stickers as well, so he's got his initials on it, and then this door here, because obviously people probably know by now that Rupert loves opening and closing things, so he's got this little bit of wood made that he's put on a hinge that opens and closes with a latch, and then he's got a number 3 on it as well, which is very cute. He's got different wheels to play with. There's just lots of different bits on here for him to play with, and he loves it. These things spin round. There's a door knocker. This is like a little tea towel holder, which is just kind of for texture and for him to play with. There's one of these little things. We're going to attach it to the wall at some point. We just need to figure out where we want it to go. And then we went and got him this phone from Argos, which he thinks is hilarious. Hello. Hi. He's got a little tape measure on here. He likes these little things. You just love it, don't you? Hey? Is it the best toy ever? Hey? So cute. You're so cute. Hello? Hello? Oh, you want Rupert? 1 second. Hello? Hello, it's for you. Before we get him dressed, we're going to do advent calendars. Obviously we're in December. He's obsessed with playing with the microwave. Mine is the Galaxy one, Tommy's is the Dairy Milk, and then Tom's mum bought this one very kindly for Roo, and he's really enjoyed opening it so far because obviously he loves opening and closing doors. So it's perfect, isn't it? It's a Happy Land advent calendar, so I think We need number 4 today. We just saw that off for him and then... Can you open that? Sweet. What's that? What's that? Okay, it's now 8:10. I've just woken Tommy up. He is off today, which is why the day is a little bit different than usual. So we are going to pick our Christmas tree this morning, and then this afternoon, much later, at like 5 o'clock, Tommy's going to the football. So we're going to get the Christmas tree, and then I think that's all we've really got planned as far as actual plans go. Obviously we will be putting the Christmas tree together. The light in this room is really, really yellow. So I usually come up and pick him an outfit and then get ready, or Tom will get ready first. But I normally, this is how out of breath I get just from going up the stairs. He's dropped his first nap, so the time that we would both usually get ready while he was sleeping in the morning has gone, and now we just have to kind of like take over from baby duty. So I'll go downstairs while Tom gets ready. I've just picked him out this little set. The lighting's gone a bit weird, but I've just picked him out this little set from Morrison's. They're like knitted dungarees with a little fox on their knee. I just need to grab him some socks. It's always freezing at the garden centre that we go to. No matter how warm it is everywhere else, it's always freezing cold there, so I thought they would keep him nice and toasty. This is also the time that I will take to just take kind of like 10 minutes to just do a few jobs. So Rupert's room is right here, and you're currently in our like cupboard where we keep our bedding and towels and things, and so I can't really put stuff away whilst he's asleep in here because it's a bit too close to his room, and he doesn't have the white noise anymore, so there's nothing to block out the sound. But it just means that I can get a few bits and pieces done without him kind of tottering around and trying to pull stuff out of this cupboard as I'm putting stuff in it, which is not very helpful. Okay, ready for the day. I just thought I'd quickly show you. I did wear this while we were away, but I thought I'd just mention it again. So tights are Primark. I'm probably just going to put on my black high top Converse as always. And then this t-shirt dress. The sleeves come down to quite a nice length, like there. And it's from ASOS. It's an oversized t-shirt dress, and they always have them in. And I just think they're just so well worth having in your wardrobe because you can just literally throw them on like this. And then this jacket, kind of shacket, what is it, oversized shirt thing, is from Zara. Again, like places have these in all the time, everywhere. This is actually the size small in Zara. I didn't want it to be too oversized, and I'm not going to wear it like closed as an actual dress. I'm only ever going to wear it like this, so that's what I'm wearing today. I'm going to head downstairs now so Tommy can come and get ready, and then we're going to go and pick our tree. Usually we go for quite a big tree, and we move like the entire living room around, like I feel like a lot of houses do, but this year I'm just getting a small one, and I'm going to stick it on the table that we've got in the corner. You'll see it later. Yeah? I'm coming down now. You'll probably see it later. We're just going to stick it on like a coffee table, on the little corner table we've got in the living room, so that he can't reach it, because I just think that'll be so much less stress. And I'm not really in the Christmas spirit this year. I feel like I just can't be bothered. And a big 7-foot tree is a lot to decorate, whereas a small one shouldn't take as long. I'm just taking my coat and everything down with me so that I don't need to come back up.
Da 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 da. Put your nose, still it back.
So we've been home the best part of an hour, and we got back and we have just been kind of sorting everything out for the tree and I don't know, like Tom's pulled the bed out and we've hoovered behind the bed, you know, just like really random jobs that you don't ever think to do, or we don't ever think to do. And then we got all the Christmas decorations out from the loft. Rupert has just caused chaos upstairs. We just kind of was letting him potter around and entertain himself while we were getting all the decorations out. Obviously we were keeping an eye on him, and he just loves like taking stuff out of his drawers and wandering around with it and then dropping them in one room and then taking something else from somewhere else. And so there's just like a trail of destruction from where he's been. But anyway, I've just popped him down for a nap. It's about 12:30. He was due an earlier nap because he woke up so earlier this morning, but he fell asleep for like 15 minutes in the car in between getting the Christmas tree, and then we went to one of our favourite local little cafes for a coffee, and he just had a piece of toast. I think he's teething pretty badly. He's got no other symptoms that make me think it's like a sickness bug. It's just red cheeks and constantly like hands in his mouth, like his mouth seems to be causing him pain. His nappies are horrific and he's just being a little bit sick here and there. So he ate most of his breakfast actually, but he didn't want anything that I'd taken for him for his lunch, so it was just a case of, right, we'll order him a slice of toast if he's hungry, and he didn't even eat that. So he's definitely not right. He never really has an appetite when his teeth are coming through, which I don't blame him, to be honest. I have just put my hat and scarf and everything back on because I'm heading back out. My grandparents, my dad is on holiday at the moment, so his parents need like little bits getting when he's away, so I've got some stuff to drop off there. I've ordered him a pair of slippers to Asda and they are ready to collect, and then I'm going to nip into Home Bargains as well. I actually contacted a couple of charities near us to ask if we could donate anything, and I've been through a load of Rupert's toys this morning, stuff that he's not opened or used, because we got quite a few things that he already had for his birthday and things like that, and just things that I bought some like wooden toys from Hema that I didn't realise I already had, and they're only a few pounds each. So we're going to donate a load of stuff to a children's charity as well, and then also I'm going to go and grab a load of deodorant to take to the women's shelter because that's what they've asked for, that's what they've said they're low in. So just got a couple of bits and pieces to do this afternoon really, so I'm going to leave the camera here because you all know what Asda looks like and Home Bargains, but if I buy anything then I'll show you when I get back. It's just not very exciting. So Tommy's staying here with Rue. I'll just quickly show you the tree that we got. So usually we normally move this sofa and put a big 7-foot one here. We've got a bay window here at the front. We usually like move this sofa along and then put the green one here. Now last year he was a tiny baby, so it was fine because he just led there. He was a couple of months old, whereas this year I just thought I can't be bothered with him just pulling it down and the stuff going everywhere. We've got plenty of years to have a big tree again, and I just couldn't be bothered. This chair, by the way, used to be Thomas's when he was a baby or like a toddler. His grandpa had it made for him, and then our nephew had it when he was Rupert's age, and then we asked if we could have it for Rupert, and he just sits in it occasionally and it's really cute. So this year we've ended up with a 3-foot tree. It's a real one, and we've just got a silver fire bucket from our local DIY shop we just called on the way home. It's in kind of like red packaging at the bottom, so it looks very festive. So it's a lot different to what we usually go for, but I still think it's really cute. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we actually sold our sideboard last night. So we used to have a big piece of furniture here that had cupboards and drawers and stuff, and I tried to repaint it when I was pregnant and basically ruined it, and it was just, I didn't wax it to finish it off, so any marks or anything like that were all over it, and it was, every time I looked at it, it just made me a bit sad. We have a really nice piece of furniture upstairs in my office that I got for my birthday a couple of years ago that literally just sits there for nobody to see. So we're going to bring that one down. So someone came and picked it up last night. I just sold it on Facebook. But it was full of so much rubbish, which I'm not going to show you because it's really embarrassing. But our dining table currently is just a massive heap of stuff. It just absolutely blew my mind how much stuff we had thrown in there, and the amount of stuff we thought we'd lost that was just at the back of drawers. It's insane. So we have a lot of sorting out to do. I wasn't expecting it to sell so quickly. I hadn't been through it or anything like that. I wish I'd had the time to do it properly, but last night she was like, I'll be there in an hour. So we literally had an hour to get everything out of it and just dump it somewhere. And like a lot of this stuff is going in another cupboard, which is equally as messy. I'm one of those that just kind of like shoves stuff in a cupboard and closes the door and doesn't really think about it. So came back to bite me in the arse last night, so I need to do something about this, but that's just gonna have to wait till later. I just got home. I always think things like that, they always take so much longer than A, you'd like, and B, that you expect. But I picked up his slippers from from Asda. I've just had a Marks and Spencer's delivery of a load of bras that I bought in the 20% off sale over Black Friday, which is why I just said that. But I bought him these from Asda. Look how cute they are. I've literally not seen any slippers that I like for little boys really anywhere, and I think as he gets older, like, he'll probably want a Hey Dougie pair, or I don't know, like a Spider-Man pair, whatever he's into, but obviously he doesn't really know at the moment like what he's into, and I just thought these were really cute. And then I'll just get everything out on the worktop and show you what I bought from Home Bargains as well. I had a bit of a shop, I did. From Home Bargains I bought some swim nappies. We are taking them, I think I mentioned before, a couple of times a week, and we're going through them so quickly, and they're like half the price at Home Bargains than they are at every other supermarket. I got some squashies, which I've opened and I've just had a couple of them. And I got this, which it was just a new thing. This is a festive fairy liquid, and this is a festive pomegranate scent. And then I also bought some Star Drops Leather Clean and Feed. I have been using a white vinegar and water mix to kind of try and lift some of the scent out of our leather sofa, and I actually think it makes it smell, has made it smell worse. I don't know if I used too much vinegar, so I thought I'd get this, see if it makes it smell any nicer or not. And then I also bought a load of deodorant, which is actually for, I'm gathering little bits and pieces to donate to our local women's shelter. I didn't know whether to mention that or not, because I don't want it to come across as though I'm being like, oh, I'm donating to charity, but I hope that you all know me well enough to know that that isn't why I've just included it. Really, we should do it all year round, but it's always at this time of year when it's colder that it makes me think about it. It's something that I want to do a lot more of. I am so conscious now when I'm in a shop at how much I spend on like rubbish that I don't need to spend, and I'm trying to kind of save much more, not only because of the pennies but also because of the waste. And I don't want to harp on because I know it's such a hot topic at the moment, but there's just so much stuff that I have that I don't need, and I just want to be a bit more careful and thoughtful where I put my money, if that makes sense. And I've gathered loads of different toys that Rupert has that we've got duplicates of that I'm going to donate to the hospice. I think I mentioned that before. And then I'm doing this for the women's shelter. Also, we've bought Rupert kind of like a big Christmas present, just one thing, and then he has loads of stuff left from his birthday that I didn't get out because he just had so many toys and so many books to play with that I kept them behind, which I will give him at Christmas. Not kind of like wrap up and put under the tree, but just, he's got plenty, and I just thought rather than spending £10 on a toy for him that he doesn't need, I'd rather buy a load of deodorant that's going to help some people out that are in need. So that was that. Back to the other stuff that I bought. I also got some of these silicone muffin trays, which are a couple of pounds. I think they're £2.49 each per tray from Home Bargains. They are the best things ever. They're so easy, and when you're like, if you ever make muffins or anything like that for baby or for you, they just pop straight out. That's what I bought from Asda. Got some Scampi bites because they were on offer. They're quite expensive usually, and Rupert is obsessed with Scampi. I think it's you have to wait till your baby's 1 year old until you can give them Scampi, but he loves it, so that's why I got those. I bought some sweet corn because we had a Gusto box a few months ago that had a sweet corn recipe in where it was literally sweet corn, feta cheese and chilli. I forgot the feta cheese, I've just realised. And then you kind of wrap it all together with some butter and pop it in. You don't put the feta on, you sprinkle that on over the end, and the chilli, I think. You just cook the corn. I don't really know, but it tasted really nice. I got some of these Heinz fruit pouches because they were on offer, and they're just really good for kind of like mixing into like natural Greek yogurt. And I bought a couple of bananas because he doesn't tend to have these very often. If he's not had much for his lunch and he might wake up early from his nap, or I just feel like he'll be a bit extra hungrier in the afternoon. He doesn't really have a morning snack. Nutella, this was on offer from £4.65 to £3.20, and it's got a penguin on the front. These are just really handy to have in case of an emergency. I just have them in the changing bag, and if if we're out and I think, oh, he might be hungry and needs a snack, they're just handy to have, and he really likes them. So some strawberry banana biscotti, some actual strawberries because he loves those, and then these bits are actually for my grandparents. I mentioned before that I get them bits and pieces, and I actually need to take these round. I'm going to pop them in the freezer and probably take them a different day, but they love these fish things, and they love Angel Delight and jelly, and they don't really, when she asks for shopping and stuff, she never really asks for treats, so I always like add on a couple of bits, and obviously these are like 50p each and she loves them. It means a lot to her, so it makes me happy that I can do that. And that is that. It is 10 to 3, so Rupert is due to wake up. We normally give him quite a big sleep in the afternoon. He doesn't have that first nap anymore, so he went down today at about 12:30, and we let him have up to 3 hours but not past 3 o'clock. So today he will have had 2.5 hours. He usually wakes up himself, to be honest, around this time. So that is what we're up to. Tom's been in the garage. He's set up like a little kind of like working out gym in there. I don't know, I've not mentioned it on here, but I've mentioned it on Instagram that Tommy actually left the gym a few months ago, so he's not been going into the gym to work out as much, so he's got himself a little setup in the garage, so he's been doing that. I'm hoping to get a video film this afternoon when Rupert wakes up. I film in our room, so I can't really go up there at the moment and film. But yes, that is what we're up to. I'm now gonna just put all this shopping away and tidy up. Hopefully I can get it done before he wakes up. I've got about 5-10 minutes, so I need to get cracking. I have come upstairs. I'm gonna just get a video film super quickly before Tom leaves for the football. We have just been kind of sorting bits and pieces out for the past hour or so. I've just had a quick ham sandwich. Do you ever just, the day just passes by and then you think, I haven't actually had lunch today? I hadn't eaten since about 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30, so I was ravenous. I'm gonna get this video filmed. It's gonna be a 1 year-ish update for Rupert. I've made some notes. I just filmed a little intro clip with him and he just was not interested whatsoever, so if you watch it, bear that in mind.
Into the sky.
Boo. All he wants to ever do is chase me. I get you. I get you. I get you. It's hard going backwards. It has been one of those evenings. He is not happy at all. He's fine now, he's asleep, but he has just cried and cried and cried this afternoon. I can't remember when I last spoke to you, to be honest, but Tommy went to the football. Rue just didn't want any tea, I think I told you that. And then normally he's really happy in the bath, and he just cried the entire time. When I was cooking his tea, he wouldn't let me put him down, he was just crying. It's really hard to cook tea on, like, with a child on one hip. I'm getting better at it though. And this light's really strange. I might take my glasses off actually. I'm just sat, we literally have, I've got the baby monitor off, and then the new tree, and then this light from IKEA, and then I made the mistake of lying on the bed for over an hour just on my phone. I posted on Instagram, and then I've just been looking at like Christmas presents and stuff, and honestly I could have just gone to sleep, but I knew I had all the washing up to do, and I came down and ran the tap to fill the sink and dropped a Snacker Jack down it. It's been one of those days where I've just had Snacker Jacks for my tea. I had that sandwich quite late though, so I wasn't really very hungry. And then I realised I put the fairy liquid down the sink and everything, and realised I'd not put the plug in. So yes, I'm shattered. So I am going to, I've got a bit of tidying up just from like his toys and stuff to do, and I think I'm going to get into bed with a mince pie. I might have a look at this video and see what I've got to edit and stuff like that. Tom's installed these new things downstairs, these new light things. Does anybody else's other half order random stuff, like really random stuff? I normally cover like what toilet rolls we have. If we're running low, I'll go and replace them. It's just one of the things that I do. Like, I enjoy it. Always make sure we're like stocked up on household items that we need. And then when it was Black Friday, for some reason he just decided he was going to order a bunch of stuff that we never even use. So he's ordered, I think, 200 dentist sticks for the dogs, which they have not had in years. So we have hundreds of those and they don't even have them. And then he bought a load of dishwasher tablets that we don't use, that I've just actually seen cheaper in Home Bargains when I was there today. And then one thing that has actually been useful are these like plugs that are Wi-Fi plugs. So it's an app that you control on your phone, to switch the lights off, which might seem really excessive. It is really excessive, but he's a boy and he likes his gadgets, and he obviously felt like he wanted them. Some of our lights in here are plugged in behind the sofa, so it means that I can now just go on my phone and switch them off, and I don't have to like rummage behind the sofas. So it's a bit lazy. It's not a necessity, but they are pretty cool. I don't even know why I started telling you this story, I'm so tired. But anyway, yeah, so the lights were on in our room and it was nice and cozy, and I lived there for an hour. And apparently Thomas makes really random Amazon purchases when it's Black Friday. I am gonna love you and leave you. At the moment, Tommy is working from home, and I know it's a real first world problem to have, but it's been really tricky kind of changing that routine and getting used to him being around the house, and both of us having time to ourselves when we can sit on the laptop or go upstairs and do some work on the computer, or just have that bit of time to ourselves to get done what we need to get done, and not both of us end up doing the same thing. It's been quite tricky, to be honest, but I hope you've got a little snippet today of what our days are like at the moment. It's all chop and change, but that's a whole other video. Yes, I'm gonna go because I need to go and lie down, and I'm gonna have a mince pie and thoroughly enjoy it. So I will see you all very soon. Thank you for watching. I haven't said that in a while, but I do really appreciate it.